fucking ran out of fuel last race, so I made sure to overfuel by like 4.5 laps this time.
Yeah, I always run extra, and I'm just like, I don't care. It's not
Dude,
gonna help me catch Lawler
I will
anyways.
never
So
lose. I will never lose a podium because of fuel again. I wanted to cry.
that's fair.
Oh, what?
What's up,
I
Harry?
didn't. Oh, yeah, what's up? When I left, I saw you were, I think, in third. I was like, hell yeah, let's see Alec podium. And I didn't know that.
I was gonna podium,
Yeah.
and then Eugenio was within a second on the last lap, and I fucking ran out of fuel, and my car came to a stop
Wait,
just before the final turn.
is Connor in here?
He is in the session, yes.
What? I just called him. He was like, "Nah, I'm not getting on." I was
Maybe he
like, "All
meant
right,
on the voice chat.
maybe." I don't know. Nah, because I was like, "What you bought the
All right,
track and
good. We're
everything?"
already beyond 10.
Yeah.
Because the only like big requirement that Green Flag TV has is that there has to be at least 10 people on the grid, which we've never had less than 10. So like I wasn't worried about it, but seeing that we're at 13, like 2 minutes in, makes me feel a lot better.
God, I love looking at all the drivers and just seeing my fucking red ass rookie class
That's
license.
14.
I need to start doing some races and some what is it, the 1600 and the Formula V.
The Formula 1600 was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I like it a lot more than the Formula V.
Yeah, the V. I was not a V fan.
Yeah.
All right,
I
Pete,
did
I
all.
shared the setups.
Sweet,
Did
let's go.
all 1600, then Formula 4, SFL, SF. It's all good.
Yeah. I need to make my way up. I literally, I think the only official races I've done on this account have been a couple sports car and yeah, I think that's it. Maybe one Formula open wheel.
Yeah.
Oh wow, we got quite the pit limiter here.
Yeah, it is 50 miles an hour.
Oh,
Oh wow. Oh boy.
scared me a little
This
bit
is
there.
I'm sorry.
This is a great start. I guess we should get it out of our systems now.
Yeah.
I was like,
me
all
getting in the
right,
way.
let's get in there. And then he slapped. I was like, oh!
What is happening to my
I didn't hit
right
anything
now?
though,
Okay.
so
Yeah.
I'll take that as a win.
I think we both luckily moved out of the way in time. Teamwork makes the dream work. I swear my game was like sitting there freezing.
The sun is going to be a bit of an enemy this race.
It makes that weird switchback turn a lot of fun to track out correctly on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I can't see track limits, and I was like, it'll tell me if I miss it.
Yeah, you usually know once you're in the grass. Hopefully that helps.
Perfect. Oh well, missed that one.
God, I'm over slowing a lot there.
Let's make sure we rejoin safely. Car approaching, keep left.
Wow, brake bias is back there. Oh wow, yeah.
Oh,
You got a slow car on the left.
Oh man. Should have moved earlier.
yeah, I already made the move.
Yeah.
You slowed down on the right and didn't expect you to come over again.
Yeah, I looked in my mirror and I saw you coming. I was like, oh shit, let me get out of the way. And you were still on the right. Yeah.
Slow car ahead. Go left.
Uh-oh, Leon's here. Is his wheel gonna work this week?
Hopefully.
Or can he be on the opposite side of the grid from me? Either way.
Oh, there were plenty of people on the opposite side of the grid from him that were still affected. That's for sure.
Car approaching. Keep
Yeah,
right.
sorry whoever I
Car
bounced
approaching,
into.
hold.
Ah, damn it.
Car stopped on the right. Slow car ahead. Go left.
My bad. My bad.
I was like, surely he won't cut right into the middle here.
Sorry.
I was very wrong. I was too deep in it to just like pull out of it. I was like, oh my god.
I did, yeah, I was like,
Go left.
I should have gone further left. That's my fault.
Let's do the crashes and misunderstandings now, then we don't have to do it in the race.
Big facts. Mark, what's up? All right, we're at 16 right now. Mark, you're
Nice.
getting in here? You're racing?
Yeah, I'm getting in.
Let's go. That would be 17.
I was trying to
Car
use my
mode 8. Just set the fastest lap. 25,
VR as my
28,
mic,
5, 6.
and then my like headphones was just not letting me without not being able to talk.
Nope.
God. What was that a contact?
Was that netcode?
I think so. I didn't think it was close
Because
to
we
you.
have, yeah, we have plenty of space. We have plenty of space. We come through the quick left-hander, dab on the brakes, round we go. Yeah, like you don't
Yeah.
touch me, and then I lose it.
Whatsoever.
Yeah. What
Yeah.
the fuck? What the?
That's why I was
fuck?
like, why did he just fly? Like, I was like, that's not possible. Like, what? And then I saw times 0. I was like, what?
What
How
the
is that
fuck?
possible?
There was like a meter between us.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that, man.
It's my fault. It's okay.
Is quali?
No, we're not in quali yet. 15 minutes.
Oh, what the hell? I like opened my I got out of the car and then it just put me right back in. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, you can't get out of the car.
Or like, I don't know what it's called, but like getting the menu up. Or you can
Yeah.
Just switch that up, so.
Jesus. This is the most we've had in a while.
I'm psyched.
New bus, flat
Oh, there's
ticket.
another one. We're at 18. Let's go.
Are we gonna have a 20-person grid?
Let's go.
I was about to say I don't see Lawler, and I'm like right at the end.
No, he's in here.
He's registered.
He doesn't practice, remember? He just watches his prey.
He just watches his prey.
I think he just genuinely looks at if there's anybody that's gonna give him a run for his money. And then if there is, he watches and sees, he just will like follow them to see their driving tendencies so he knows how to beat them.
Yeah,
You know?
that's what I think it does. Yeah. That's pretty funny. You called us prey.
In the eyes of Lawler. What else would you call us?
I don't know.
Moving chicanes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slow car ahead.
That's
Car
fair.
stopped ahead. Go left.
In a while.
Cicane's mean.
Car approaching, keep left.
Leon Flukeiger is here.
Oh my god, someone is disappearing from in front of me.
You got it, slow car on the right.
Leon is in the same team as Lawler, right? I like to imagine he's over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both the Nexus.
You look at IndyCar or what?
So is that like an actual team, like esports team, or is
Nexus
it just
Esports? Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I can hear you. I don't know if
Sorry,
Alec-
Alec.
Car approaching, keep left.
Ooh.
Car approaching, hold.
I lived, I went around you. That was a close one though. I saw
Yeah.
you start to roll back. I was like, oh no!
Yeah, I caught a little bit of, I guess, grass and sent my car loose and I couldn't catch it.
All good, brother.
I feel like the more time I spend away from something, the better I get.
Yeah, honestly, I need a break. My sports car rating's been pretty good recently.
Okay. I think there's definitely more in it, but. Alec, what'd you say you were running before practice started? It's like 24s?
Wait, for my like quali,
Yeah.
I did a 23.6.
God. Eugenio, you did like a 29.
I did like a
22.9.
22.9, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Don't
Whoops.
worry, you're gonna see something more impressive from the Terminator either way.
Can't park there, Philip.
I can, just doesn't work out great.
This First
I don't-
Amendment constitutional right, buddy.
I'll rip my nose off however the fuck I want.
Slow car on the left.
Yeah. Did you know that you have rights? The Constitution says you do. So did I.
Go right.
Please tell me somebody gets that.
Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
God, I don't get why I'm having such bad internet connection.
Yeah, I didn't think you'd be joining us.
Yeah, I was not, and then I decided to.
There we go. We got how many of us?
It was the biggest grid we've had in a minute.
16, 17, 18, 19. We have 19 right now.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I realized I can shove 6 pounds of ground beef in a pan and cover it with tin foil. It'll mostly cook.
Did
on
you
it.
say 6 pounds?
Yeah, I'm cooking for the week.
God.
motherfucker.
Oh, gotcha. I was about to say, God damn.
Somebody's hungry. How many people are you feeding?
Myself.
Meal prep.
Yeah.
£6. I mean, that's a pound a day.
Yeah, it reduces down quite a bit.
True.
And then I
Yeah.
just strain the shit out of it.
No grease.
So, no grease. Yeah, I cook it and then I set it in a colander for like 30 minutes and let it drain. I can get like 190 grams of protein a day without any shakes.
Without a shake.
Without a shake.
Damn. I say I can get to like 210, but like I'm using a shake.
Yeah, it's... Oh my god.
The entry to turn 1 is still so sketchy. I remember it being sketchy, and it still feels sketchy to me.
Something's wrong with my internet, like severely, and it's lagging so bad, my feedback's gonna like crack my wrist.
Oy.
They say you cut the cord. You'll have to slow down and give up the time game. You got the black
Ow.
flag. They say you
Fucking
cut the
bastard.
cord. They're gonna hold you for a while.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Pit box in 10.
It just whipped the wheel like 720 degrees. What the fuck?
Did anyone get a glimpse at the track temp?
It's 67 degrees
67.
Fahrenheit.
Oh wow.
Yeah, nice
That's
and
cool.
cool.
Yeah, finally a cool track.
Yeah, you're welcome. The only thing you gotta deal with is the sunlight
Yeah.
in your eyes.
I was gonna say, because Deg didn't feel that high.
It's really only
It's 'cause
bad
it's
at that
not.
one turn.
Yeah.
I guess, should I restart my modem? I don't know what the problem is. Like, I have
I also
fiber.
don't know what the problem
I shouldn't
is.
have.
Oh, if you have, I mean, if you have fiber, I don't know why you'd be dealing with the internet issue.
I
You
don't
know,
know.
I had some issues before and I slept with Cat 6 too, and it's all good.
Yeah,
What?
I've got Cat 6.
Oh my lord. Oh my god.
I don't even have a port. I have a direct line from the modem to my PC.
Yeah, my old cable wasn't just mangled. So I swapped it and I have enough references. So I guess I should map different modes. Open my
Alright, so it's looking like with our knockout quali, since we're doing it by thirds now, so it looks like 6 people are gonna get knocked out per 10 minutes. So I'll call it out as the timing goes.
Is it 3 adjustments per lap or is it 4?
Four. And then you're stuck in whatever mode you last put on.
Yeah, alright.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel. Slow car ahead.
Freaking Jeffrey.
He's mocking us.
Hey.
Damn it.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left. Just set your fastest lap of the session.
Okay, so it is a tailwind into turn 1. That's why it feels bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I have any grip because of
Yeah,
that.
it's only 1 mile per hour. Wind's hardly anything.
Mine says 3.
Miles per hour? Are you
Yeah,
are you
3
in kph?
No, it just dropped down to 1. Interesting. Yeah, not very much. Okay.
It heard me. It was like, oh
Yeah.
shit.
Oh,
Forgot
I
it's
can't
supposed to
be-
be the same for
Shit.
everybody.
Yeah,
Shit,
now it's
I
showing,
gotta.
it was showing 0, and then it showed 3, and then it's showing 1.
I've got to listen to the boss.
It's like, oh shit. That is what he set me at. Shit. I'll say, I didn't think I set very much wind for this race. I tried to keep it nice.
Oh boy,
Just
I'm
waiting.
so ready to knock out of
Just waiting on
to,
Monza with like 20-mile-an-hour winds into turn 1. It'd be fine.
Alec, did he put enough fuel for this race?
Yes.
Good. Because I'm using your
I
setup
put like
too.
I put like 4.5 extra laps because I'm not chancing it.
Yeah, good, because I'm using your setup too.
Well, a
That
lot of
sounds
people
good.
used my setup last race, and I was the only one to run out. I was still. That's partially why I was so upset.
Whoa. One too many downshifts, friend.
Well, I was going to attack mode quite often. I was
Hmm.
pushing really hard because Eugenio was chasing me for the podium. And that was my downfall.
I blame Eugenio.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
We're all in agreement.
If anything can be blamed on Eugenio, it should be blamed on Eugenio.
The council has decided.
Wait, what
Alright,
happened?
everyone, good luck in quality. Don't impede each other. Be smart.
What did I do?
Yeah,
Everything.
Kyle.
And nothing all at the same time.
He out of the way, honestly.
Okay.
The sound of V6 turbocharged engines.
Hell yeah.
Yo. Yo, I just looked at the chat. That is hilarious. He said, "Hi, big fan. I've never met this man in my life." Hilarious. I was actually the one that told me to reach out to Green Flag. So funny.
Shit. Whoever's behind me, just pull through me already.
What the fuck? Why are these qualifying? Why is it set up on soft tires?
Is qualifying still open,
mediums.
or have I been kicked already?
We just started quali.
Don't forget, it's you have to change to the quali set. You have to manually do that. We're open.
I did that.
Did you pick the right one?
Never mind, I picked the fucking wrong one. Shut up, Alec.
I was like, I know I set it to soft tires. I know I did.
No, we're going the Ferrari strat. You got to do Q1 on mediums.
Yeah, I actually probably would have done it, to be honest.
It's already gravel. Damn it.
It didn't clean after the last session, I think.
No, I think carried over, right?
Yeah, I have.
Or
Yeah, I do have it
somebody's-
set. I do have it set to carry over. So
Or somebody
maybe
just ran
not
it
the best in
way wide.
retrospect, but
All right, Alec, I need you to go on. I want 3 seconds in between us.
I'll be proud if I make it, if I see Q2. Ooh! You know, it's better, so I'll take it.
Very poor time. I could do a second better.
Good lord.
Cool.
Mark, you want a flyer?
Oh, I just finished.
Someone stopped into turn 1 coming out of the pits. It was great.
Yeah.
I definitely wasn't doing anything.
Keaton, you're not on a flyer, are you?
What's up?
You're not on a flyer?
Negative.
You've got about 2 laps of fuel.
Tyler, you on a flyer?
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
You on a heater?
Nope. I was, but I messed it up, so threw recharge mode back on. I believe Edgar behind us is though, so I'm about to
Okay.
bow out of the way for him.
Gosh.
Eugenio, you want a flyer?
No.
You have about 1 lap of fuel left.
Eugenio, I'll let you
Oh,
ahead
dude.
of me. I'm guessing you're on an outlet.
I am.
Yep, yeah, you can go ahead of me.
Alright, thank you.
Don't want to
I'm gonna
hold
be
you up.
starting too.
My pedals stopped working. Steering wheel is fine, but I can't accelerate or brake.
That's not good.
So is it top 6 is going to be Q3?
It should be top 7.
Top 7, okay.
Yeah, 6 people are gonna get knocked out per, like, drop down. No way, dude. Dude, oh my god, I was on like a 26.8 and I made the right-hander approaching the final chicane with the DRS open and just snapped me right around. What the heck? That's a damn shame.
God,
Thank
that
God,
corner's so long.
I didn't absolutely need that.
Coming up on 2 people. If Pablo's in here, please watch out.
No! What the fuck just happened? Not even gonna go back into the track. No need for extra debris. How much time do I have before I'm knocked out?
Oh, there's 1 more minute to start a lap.
Okay, so I'm pretty much screwed
So
there.
if you're still in the pits, then you pretty much
It's bottom
you're
what?
gonna have to sit. So the top 13 will get to stay.
Oh man. Oh yeah, that just sealed the deal.
Oh, I'm in 14th. Fuck. Well, that was fun, I guess. Oh well. My own
If
fault.
I leave the session now, I can come back in and my time is still valid, right?
If you leave the session, you can come back as long as you don't withdraw from the session.
And my time will stay there
It
where
should,
it is
yes.
right now.
It should,
I
yes.
can drive now, but my force feedback is off. I guess I have to restart the game.
Car approaching, hold. Car approaching, keep left. fuel left. They're showing us the black flag. Too fast on pit road. They're going to hold you for a while.
All right, everybody outside the top 7 should now be parking it and getting ready to race, please. Only top 7 can remain on track for the rest of the quali. Thank you.
You have about 2 laps of fuel left. about 2 laps of fuel. Got about 2 laps of fuel. There's the flag. It's over. You've got wheel damage.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, I would say.
I mean, P6 to P2 is all within 0.6.
Oh, I was almost in. I was almost in there.
Almost, yeah.
And then the Terminator is just like, yeah, you know what, fuck that.
Yeah, and then he puts almost a second on, a second on P5.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't get any time as it progressed. It was
My
annoying
last
me.
lap was good, but then I messed it up with an off track.
Dude, I was happy I beat you, and then I think like what, less than a minute later you went back to P2, Marcus.
Yeah, this was only my second lap because of my pedal issues.
Oh yeah, you disconnected because of that. Yeah.
All right, everybody, real quick. Good qualifying. A couple things. So, first of all, make sure if you haven't done it already that you have swapped back to the race setup. Don't want to see anybody running out of fuel. Second of all, let's try our best to have a good, clean lap 1. I know the broadcast wants to see it. I know we all want to live it. So be careful. Leon, make sure that wheel's working, brother. But I believe in all of us. It'll be a good race. If you get blue flags, get out of the way, just like normal. Don't play games with it. Just get out of the way and get back to your own race. Ultimately, let's all race smart. I'm excited for the broadcast.
Wow,
Hope you
this
all are
setup
as
is
well.
so
We
rear
got a good
happy.
grid for tonight. So good luck, everybody, and let's have fun.
Which one?
The Alex race setup.
Oh.
Just gonna have a bit of...
Leon.
Yeah, down the order, Leon, buddy. Way down there.
Okay, then maybe less front.
You're gonna step on me when I'm already down.
What the fuck am I doing wrong? What the fuck is this shit?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, you already jinxed Alex.
What did he say?
He said I already jinxed it, so GG's.
Dude, someone tells me I'm gonna fucking die in this race.
Well, I'm starting in front of Leon this race, so I'm not worried about it.
I'm a little worried about it.
Wee-oo. Dude, I'm spinning left and right. What the fuck is going on?
Stop it.
Jesus.
Oh, I forgot to say it for anybody who's joining us for the first time, there is a mandatory pit stop and compound change. Whatever you start on, you can't finish with it.
And blue flags.
I did say that. I did emphasize that pretty hard.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start. After last time, I'm just gonna start tossing the car, no matter how far they are.
Dude, why does the track feel like complete dog shit to me right now?
Track is dirty and it's also rubbering in. But
yeah, the track don't feel too great.
I'm telling you, it's Leon. Since he didn't do that good, he's probably doing something to the track.
But
waving his wand.
He's just driving around and spitting on it in different parts.
Got a few
He
banana
brought some
peels
oil
laying
canisters.
Yeah, he's
Throwing bananas in the window.
Fucking Mario Kart in this bitch.
Man, this sun is brutal in a couple spots. Woo!
Bro, in VR, it's torture.
Oh god, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I can't see shit.
How blind are you?
Pretty blind.
Alright, I figured it out.
There we go. Right in time. We're about to head to the grid right now.
You got 0 seconds.
Alright. Run this track on anything except for F4, so we'll see how this goes.
We'll be disqualified if we don't change the tyre compounds before the race is over.
Is it a medium hard?
The estimated
I
strength of
doubt
fuel
I don't.
is
I
2,000.
very much doubt it.
I would save your hearts in case.
It's competitive
Yeah,
out
I would
there.
definitely not
So-
start on hard
Stay
tire.
sharp.
Oh, no, I start on medium.
I go to a soft at about lap 35.
Yeah, I was about to say, I would go
You could go
medium
like
soft unless
30.
something happens early, then
Lap 20
go to
maybe?
hard
I
if
don't
you
even
have
know.
to, but
5
Going to a
cars left
soft
to
at
grid.
lap 25.
First time Baller has cleared it before the time goes out. That's mental.
Just dive him into T1.
Still waiting on 2
Series
cars
dominance.
to grid.
2 cars.
good luck everyone,
Waiting
let's
on the
get it.
final car to grid. Green, green, green. There's an infinite behind.
Oh,
You're on the
I
line.
lost it,
Green
shit.
line. Clear, clear on the left.
Clean lap 1.
Oh, sorry.
Go left. There's an
Oh.
infinite behind.
Thought I was clear.
No way! Jinx
I
myself.
got front
Car
wing
approaching,
damage.
keep right. Car approaching, keep right. Car approaching, keep right.
Oh my gosh, that sun is bad. Oh, I'm a standing duck.
am I going so slow? Oh my god, it had me on attack. No wonder why my shit was so fucked that first lap. I was like, why am I so slow?
New fast flat for you.
Who did I hit in the beginning? Was that you, Eugenio?
Car on your left.
No,
Stay on the right.
I had contact with Marcus.
Keep to the right. Keep to the right. Clear.
Or did you say I hit you?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, dude. Well, that's good at least.
Are you good though, Marcus?
Yeah, damage had to complete. Got crashed into again because I was so slow, but now everything's fine.
You're in the top 10. Left side. Keep to the right. You're on the right. 3 wide. Car on your left. 2 wide. Clear.
I'm retarded.
Pulled a double overtake in turn 1.
Oh yeah, bro.
Nice.
That was a little tight there.
You're pulling away from the car behind. The gap is 2.2 seconds.
Oh my god, where did he come from?
You good there, Alan?
Yeah, I'm good. Gill issue.
I was like, I hope he did not do that just trying to let me by.
Nah, I was gonna fight you.
Because there's people that just move sometimes, and I'm just like, don't do that, please.
God damn, Jeff's already lapping people.
Car right. Clear on the right.
No way.
Left side. Clear on the left. Car approaching. Hold. Car approaching. Hold.
Frankie, you in here?
No, I don't believe Frankie's in here.
Sorry,
Something
Frankie.
happened.
No, I spun in front of him in chicane and it kind of ran him off track.
The car behind is closing on you. The gap is 2.9 seconds.
Okay. Is that Eugenio?
What's up?
Is that you up in front of me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, what happened?
I happened.
It was just a racing incident.
Yeah, I have to look at it. But it was unnecessary.
It happens. Don't worry about it, Marcus.
Thanks.
Problem is, Harry's in front.
That's not a problem. Problem with me?
Is it fast?
He's fast.
That's not an easy position, is what he's trying to say.
Exactly. And it's gonna be a while until I catch him. If I catch him. And I also have to make this hearts go all the way to the end.
I'm right there with you, brother.
This wouldn't be an HM race without having to do this strategy. Which I love doing the strategy, honestly, so much fun.
I like this one. The setup feels great, man.
How'd you like it?
Damn, you're fast in those softs, Marcus.
We'll see which strategy is better in the end. But I think mine is more fun.
Maybe. I need to try that.
Marcus, are you going for a two-stop?
I'm gonna go how long the softs will last and then we will see.
Oh, alright. Get it.
You're gonna try the Lawler pit stop, huh? From Hockenheim.
Yes.
Good luck, man.
The leader just did a 26.307.
Ah.
Definitely starting to feel a difference in the mediums. Not like they're falling off yet, but
You need to catch
Time
up
to
to Harry,
adapt.
Marcus. Slow him down. There goes my M120.
Oh,
Car
Harry.
approaching, keep right.
Oh wow.
This isn't the season finale, is it?
No.
No, next week
Red,
at
Red Bull
POV.
Ring.
Okay.
Great track.
Got a lock in for next season. This is just my warm up back into groove.
I sadly have to miss next week. Be on vacation.
Oh, where you go?
Myrtle Beach.
Nice.
Me and Harry come?
Yeah,
Yeah, can we come?
sure. Yeah, Harry, I'll pick you up on the way out.
All
We're
right.
driving.
What are we doing down there?
Beaching and golfing, brother.
Oh, I gotta get my clubs together. I haven't been on the course in fucking over a year. More than that.
God, what
But
am
my
I doing?
swing is still dialed, so we're chilling.
Oh, there you go.
No, on some real shit though, we have to golf.
100%, dog. We live close enough together to make it happen.
Yeah.
Swing by Canada if you want.
There's this one course that I played in PA. I don't know what town it was, but I think the course name was Ines Crone or something like that. And it was a really beautiful course that I would love to play again. Or I don't know, it's something
figure it
we'll
out,
talk
brother.
about. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Anybody else in the South Jersey, Philly area?
Nah. Sadly.
Careful, Mario.
This is the place to be.
The car in P1 just set the fastest lap. 26.031.
Thanks for this.
Car approaching, keep right. Clear. Car approaching, keep right. All the damage is repairable.
who I'm fighting right now, but
personal best lap of the race last time by at a 126.031. He is absolutely nailing it right now. And by the way, that personal best lap of his is the best lap of the entire field. He set that 16 laps in on tires that aren't exactly factory fresh.
Correction, just reset it again, 126.008 for him now. While all that is going on, the battle between Keaton Jensen and Alec Hinchcliffe has been picking up big time for the number 10 spot. There's only a quarter second between them. Hinchcliffe trying to make a look at the chicane last time through. Was not able to do it, though. But he is really wanting to see if he can't get something up and working with him here. Hinchcliffe wants a top 10.
Yeah, and does he have the pace to try and get it? I think he does. That number 34 car, we saw him quite impressive in qualifying a little bit earlier on, having to get this move done on Keaton Jensen, as it's not going to result in a battle heading down into turn number 11 and 12. However, Hinchcliffe going to have the benefit of the DRS right about now, going to open up the rear wing and try and get a good run. Thought about going for it heading into the kink. He does go for it heading off into the kink. Oh my goodness me. This is going to be a fight heading into the braking zone, and Jensen going to say, nope, not going to go through here side by side. There's many things I will do. I'd rather lock myself in a phone booth with a rabid hyena.
It didn't even, Alec Hinchcliffe didn't even have to use the DRS on that one because of how effective he was. Now, it is worth noting, Jensen is running on much more worn medium tires, Hinchcliffe on some fresher hard tires, so we could be seeing the tire fall off from those mediums finally starting to kick in, and the longevity of those hards starting to come into play.
And so those hard tires finally coming into form, despite the fact that track conditions have been stunningly cold and still remain that they haven't gone higher than about 68 degrees Fahrenheit so far here. So these drivers aren't exactly having to worry about the tires.
Oh boy. I think Harry Cross may have just backed his W12 into the wall. He is towed.
Let's take a look at it here. Once again, it's heading out of the chicane, and at this point, I'm gonna be honest there, Nolan. I think his give a damn may have just broken.
I still can't tell if he hit that wall or not. I don't think he did. I think he actually got it stopped just in time, but boy, it was a little bit close for comfort, no doubt about it.
Yeah, definitely sketchy, that is for sure, but either way, Kron's likely going to end his race right then and there. So too Connor Jensen, who's down a pit lane currently. So that leaves about 15 cars out there on the racetrack as we get towards the next portion of this race, where pit stops could be aplenty. Going back to the tire discussion, track temperatures still remaining cooler than ever. So these tires aren't exactly, disintegrating actively for these racers. That's part of the reason why Lawler still is able to set some very competitive lap times, consistent lap times at that. But even taking him out of the equation, taking the alien out of the fight, Flukiger running in P2, able to set their best lap of the race just last lap at a 127.0. We'll see how it is coming across the line once more. Yeah, only 0.02 of a second slower. So even though these drivers are running on tires that are nearly 20 laps old, they're not exactly dealing with a disgusting amount of grip loss.
And I think that's kind of why we're seeing these drivers put on the pressure a little bit more than they have been. Here comes some pit stops. Frankie Francia down into the box this time by.
So some more drivers coming down pit lane. Many of these racers that we see were ones that found themselves in the midst of either very hard battling or a couple of unfortunate incidents that caught them out earlier on here in this race. That was my bad for starting off my day right by drinking an entire bottle of super glue. But as we see him rejoin the field, gotta wonder when we're gonna see some of these racers come into the pits. Gotta wonder how the soft tires are feeling for some of these competitors, because we've talked at length about the medium runners. I want to focus on Marcus Keller, who's running on the softs. He's not dealing with tire fall off either. Set a 126.1, one of the fastest laps of the race, just about a lap and a half ago. So the tire fall off isn't exactly a major worry for these racers, which is part of the reason why I was expecting them to pretty much run on either the soft or the medium. Wasn't expecting anybody to try and tempt fate with the hard unless they want to come down pit lane about 5 laps in and see it all the way through to the checkered.
At the moment, Marcus Keller running on his 18th lap with these soft tires as well, by the way. He had to use a fast spare early on, remember, when he had his rear wing chopped off at the end of lap number 1. And it was when he came down pit road that we saw him jump onto the soft tires as well. Figured he may be able to get some extra speed out of it. And so far, that speed has been working rather well for him. He's been doing a good job on just trying to weather the storm and he'll kind of keep that car moving on up to the number 7 spot. So Keller at the moment not on a bad recovery drive by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, so Keller putting in a good performance. We saw that he was going to be quick. We knew that he was going to be quick, and when it comes to the pace department, he still certainly is, but just bad circumstances early, catching him out dearly. That's part of the reason why the gap up at the front is as massive as it is. There's no bridge at the moment. He was the bridge, emphasis on the past tense there in the case of that sentence.
Another battle for position underway. Keaton Jensen looking like he's about to come under fire again, this time by Phillip Allen. Jensen, based on how much he's dropped to Alec Hinchcliffe, I have to imagine that Jensen's just burned up those mediums too aggressively in the early portions of this race, and now he's paying the price for it.
Yeah, that he definitely is. I think if you do overclock those tires a little bit, the worry that you have, despite the fact that track is virtually ice cold by iRacing terms, if you get those tires to be a little bit too hot, just get them slightly north of that operating window. What opportunities do you have to cool them off? You've got the start-finish straightaway, you've got the run between turns number 12 and 13, and then 13 and 14, that back straightaway, and that's it. There's really no spot for these tires to reasonably take a breath. It is an endless barrage of turns. So if you get those tires out of the operating window in a bad way and you overheat them just ever so slightly, even if it's by a little bit, that's just going to create a sort of snowball effect. Let's look at this one from Allen.
Round the outside, and the education came near contact between the two. I think they did touch as Jensen, I think, pushed Allen out wide and forced him to cut the corner.
Yeah, and there you can see it worked out beautifully to try and get the run, but not going to be able to get the move done. Now he's going to be on the fight back, trying to make something work, as I believe Allen may have potentially... Yeah, we'll take a look at the replay. Yeah, I was thinking that he went down pit lane. That he did.
Yeah, a little bit of a dive there. This is going to be the look on board with what happened. This is Keaton Jensen. Watch as he comes around the outside, and he did. He gave him a little bit of a nudge right to the side pod.
Yeah, but again, side-by-side racing off through that chicane, it is near on impossible to try and go through there in these large F1 cars without a little bit of contact. When they added that chicane in way back in the day, you were able to do it. It was stressful back then, but you could make it work if you had luck on your side. Nowadays, though, whoever is, behind by the time they turn in, you pretty much have to back out. Otherwise, contact is less of a likely thing and more of an inevitability.
By the way, halfway home now as well as racing action continues on. This fight for second, picking up again, has gone absolutely nowhere. And Flukiger, he was able to kind of get out to about a second, but he hasn't been able to get much more than that. Flukiger at the moment feeling some more pressure on Kyle Blevins. This is not looking good for him, as Willie Gomez has been black flagged.
Yeah, I think Gomez may have hit the incident point limit. We saw him get put through the ringer here in this race, and it may have finally stepped over the edge. That 17X, as we were talking about a bit earlier on here, Nolan, does come up on you very, very quickly. And unfortunately for Gomez, it has been a rough run. This is a tough track to try and master. Incredibly, incredibly difficult to try and learn. We were talking about it a little bit before we went live. Despite having done probably hundreds, if not thousands, of laps around this track in my time racing it in various different sims and games, I still feel like I barely know how to get around this place without crashing.
And I think you and I are both talking that the real thing that throws a wrench in the works is the Mercedes Arena. It did not used to be here, you know, and obviously there's a reason why a majority of the road racing series that come out here, they just bypass it altogether, including the 24 hours in the Nurburgring where they come out here on an annual basis. They just bypass that chicane altogether, and you know, for good reason. I don't think a lot of people have a lot of enjoyment for that Mercedes Arena section, and I gotta be honest, it falls in that category for me too. I think it breaks up the flow on what is otherwise a pretty good circuit.
Yeah, now the worst part for me as well is visibility. Now, granted, my eyes are not very good. I think there are certain occasions where I'd probably see better if I swapped my eyes and my feet. However, heading your way through there is virtually blind on entrance or exit through every single turn. It is super tough to nail down. You basically have to turn in and hope that the corner is actually where you just went. If not, again, those instant points are going to rack up very quickly.
Marcus Keller using DRS going to get around the long way of Mario Diavolo as they made their way through the corner, and how about that, immediately bailed at the pit road. So past the halfway point, I think what a lot of drivers are doing here that are still on the mediums, they're trying to stretch those mediums so they can be on the softs to the end of the race. Now, Marcus Keller has been on the softs for a good chunk of this race early on after having the rear wing chopped off. Now we'll see what tires he goes on to this time. But do you think he just recommits to the softs? I think I would. You ran 23 laps on the once. Why not do it again?
So let's see what he could be able to do. Yeah,
no surprise there. Remember, you do have to change your set of tires. Correction, you need to change your tire set at least once. And, well, he did that earlier. He started on the mediums, went to the softs when he came to pit road for damages. So no reason to not just run to the softs from here to the end.
Yeah, I'm liking that call. These soft tires, well, the tires, period, have not been put to the test. They've been running fairly consistent. The track's cold. The tire wear isn't all that high. You may as well just end off this race on a good note, as Gomez very slow on pit exit there. I think he was trying to let some racers by, heading down that start-finish straightaway, still trying to learn the ropes and get used to this combination, eventually going to tow back to the pits. But you may as well peak at the right time, put those soft tires in at the right spot as we have trouble out there on track.
That time it's Philip Allen spinning out of the 14th place, well, down to the 14th place spot now. He was in 13th before. Samuel Justin Ray has managed to make the move on him. And whoa, hold on to her, buddy. And that is going to effectively ruin any chance those softs had of being effective.
You know, outside of the Mercedes Arena section, the one section that always gets me is through turns number 11 and 12, because it feels like it's somewhere in that no man's land between medium and low speed. It is real tricky. We have seen all throughout this race, and certainly in qualifying, the dedication those drivers would have to be able to just lick the stamp and send it through there. However, they're definitely having to they're having to keep their fingers crossed while holding onto the steering wheel. There is no room to run or hide through there. You may have the benefit of some asphalt runoff, but whenever things do go bad through there, the consequences are going to make themselves known very quickly. We just saw that there with the spin. It's better to spin on entry than on exit, though, because if you spin on exit, the tire bundles there on the left-hand side will chew up and spit your car out just like that.
A lot of people tuning in to watch the first ever Formula One race here on Green Flag TV, and of course, the first ever race for the Apex Hunter Motorsports W12 F1 Championship. This is race 14 of 15. The season finale will be next week. No championship battles, unfortunately, for us to keep tabs on, as, well, Jeffrey Lawler has gotten his championship effectively locked up. Kyle Blevins in a pit road. He's been running on the mediums from the green flag. He will jump onto the softs and make his way back out onto the circuit.
And you can see right there, able to pick up the faster pair is trouble heading out of turn number 7 there. That's nearly going to end into here. Small little hop skip and a jump through the gravel trap, but taking the faster pair, trying to get that small little bit of side pod damage fully hammered out. Works out well as Keller going to get the move done on Francia, heading down into turn number 1.
And Marcus Keller, yet again, utilizing those softs, 5 laps fresher than the car behind him, so able to make pretty short work of them. What do you reckon? You reckon Keller can find his way to a top 5 before the end of this one?
Ooh, that is a very good question that you propose there, Nolan. I think he will have the speed and the confidence to be able to make it work. When during that last stint of the race, I was going through the lap times, figuring out who was doing what, how the tires were faring, whether anybody was suffering any form of tire fall off. There were two drivers that were in the 1:26 bracket. It was Marcus Keller, who joined our current race leader, and the other man to do it, Jeffrey Lawler. So those two drivers have been very quick, kind of in a league of their own when it comes to pace. However, much as Lawler has had the benefit of being up towards the front, that has not been the case so far for Keller. I think he can definitely make a charge with the pace that he has, still has the benefit of time after all.
Pablo Veloen, Paulo Veloen, holy cow, Pablo Valenzuela Uribe. There we go. I got it right all through qualifying. Apparently can't get it right in the race to save my life. But going on to the soft tires as well after the mandatory pit stop. Making his way back out onto the racetrack. Mario Diavolo and Kyle Blevins close in a fight. Now, I'm expecting Blevins to make very short work of Diavolo here, because remember, Diavolo still has yet to come down pit road running very old mediums. Blevins is on only one lap old soft, so if he's not by him by the end of this lap, I'm going to be shocked.
I will be a little bit surprised, but the real tricky thing with getting the overtakes done here at the Nurburgring is doing it in a way that results in two clean race cars coming out on the other side of it. We have seen drivers go for some moves that ends in tears. Haven't seen a major collision yet. However, these drivers are definitely playing with fire. You can see they nearly went side by side heading into turn number 11. Now through turn number 12, small little pickup of some grass. However, going to keep the momentum rocking and rolling. DRS open. This is going to be a hard charge down the inside, heading off into the chicane. Going to play ball and goes for it. There you go.
Yeah, no chance on holding on to that one. Mar Diavolo, I mean, he tried, but let's be real. You're not winning that fight. You just aren't. So Kyle Blevins back into the fourth place spot. That said, Diavolo does have DRS back down the pit straight. We'll see if he can maybe try to lunge back down the inside into turn one. It'd be brave, and if I may, I think it'd be a real stupid move to go for a lunge down to the turn one when you're on old mediums like that and you've yet to pit, but he's predictably not going to go for it. I think that's for the best. Still have first, second, third, and fifth, as well as 11th that have yet to make their mandatory pit stops. Battle's on for sixth.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the swap-aroos are going down between these drivers. It's sketchy as they head their way now to the second sector. A little bit of contact there, wheel to wheel. Very lucky to get away with that.
That was Pablo Valenzuela Uribe running into Eugenio Bayer Virel, nearly sending both cars off the road. Luckily enough, they were able to hold it together, but you want to talk about a lunge. That was a lunge. And that, again, shows the level of talent you need to have to be able to properly wrangle these cars around this racetrack. Speaking of, it's Connor Jensen again.
Yeah, and at one point I thought that Jensen had decided to call it a race. Now he's out there on the racetrack, stopped on the outside of turn number 11. You know, Nolan, I think the last time that we got okay, he finally starts rolling. I was just going to say the last time we got the opportunity to cover a race here at the Nürburgring was for the Beer League running last season. I remember we had the onboard camera with that car being a good little trackside camera as well.
We love our unpaid volunteers offering to be cameramen from the Beer League by parking their cars up and allowing us to commandeer their onboard cameras for the last 15 minutes of a race. If you know, you know. Lawler is into the pits.
That's our race leader, our dominant race leader at that, coming down pit lane. Even depending on how things work out here in this race, I think he could come down pit lane for a couple more occasions and still be fine. Onto the soft tires. Yeah, holding on to the fast lap of the race, really clear out of everybody pace-wise on the mediums. And he exits out with a 19-second margin to Leon Flukinger. So that is just a stunner of a drive.
Well, keep in mind, Flukinger has yet to come down pit road as well, so it's really a 35-second advantage he has to Kyle Blevins, who's going to end up being the next driver in the number 2 spot once Flukinger comes down pit road. We have 15 laps to go into the final third of this race, and yet, despite all of this time, there's not been one lap where there hasn't been at least one battle to watch on the racetrack. This is Phillip Allen and Willie Atkinson.
Yeah, so keeping our eye on these two as a battle for lucky spot P13 out there on the racetrack. Kind of on an island of their own. You have to go a couple seconds farther up the road to find Samuel Justin Ray there in the number 50 machine. So not sure if there will be an extra little bit of influence in this fight. So Atkinson going to have the time, does have the DRS heading down the start-finish stretch into turn number 1. Not going to go for the move there. I think turn 1 has been a tentative spot to get a move done if you can't get it done anywhere else. But getting moves done through there is tricky. Look at that, sweeping around the outside. Allen, I think, was very slow, but Atkinson, what a way to get done around the outside through turn number 2. I have never.
That was a brave look, because that's an off-camera corner too, right? I mean, that is an extremely hard spot to even hold it to the racing line, let alone make a pass around the outside like that. Brilliant stuff from Willie Atkinson to get in the 13th.
Yeah, so what a move to get it done. Again, talking about the pitfalls that these drivers find themselves having to work their way around, heading through the arena section. There is no visual reference. There is none. It's like driving around a pancake as you head your way through that section of the racetrack. So to have the conviction to know exactly where the turn is and get the move done, it feels like you're about to head your way off to, you know, the sheer edge of a cliff when you head your way through turn number 2. So that was brave. That was a gutsy move to try and get it done. And that speaks to the confidence that that driver has in their machinery. We talk a lot about what these drivers have to do, trying to get every single 10th, 100th, or 1,000th of a second that they can. You've got to be confident around a racetrack like this. It is such a driver's test that you cannot be uneasy.
Continuing to power on through this race. As of the first time all race long, there are no cars within a 1 second gap of one another. Lawler sets fastest lap of the race. What we're going to do, we're going to jump on board with Lawler for a couple laps, and as we work our way into the final laps of the 14th race here of the AHM W12 F1 Series, we'll let you feel the noise on Greenflight TV. 10 laps to go from the Nurburgring, and the battle is closing in for the number 11 spot. Keaton Jensen, Samuel Justin Ray, Willie Atkinson all wanted to do battle here with one another. Jensen holding on 5-lap old softs. On 12-lap old hards, it's Samuel Justin Ray and Willie Atkinson also on 5-lap old softs trying to mount charge.
And see, usually we would probably, give the advantage to the driver on the hards. However, because tire fall off has been, rare to almost completely non-existent here, I'm not really sure if this is going to work in that driver's favor. So as we keep our eye on this fight, Samuel Justin Ray may find himself in just a little bit of trouble as we get in towards the end. If he can hold on to this spot, more power to him, but maybe a bit of an uphill climb as we get into the final 10 laps of this race.
It doesn't help the fact that his hard tires are also older than the softs all around him, which will have a mass performance upgrade. The one thing that's been keeping him in that position right now has been the fact that he's got a double DRS train going, but Atkinson doesn't care. He looks for the inside, not able to commit, nearly runs into the right rear, and he holds on for now. So the Pirelli's doing a good job on holding firm. I say that, and around goes Samuel Justin Ray in turn 2.
Yeah, and just like that, we were thinking that he just needed to survive in that fight. He did not, and so as a result, he's going to fall down to 14th. An interesting point that I do want to raise here, Nolan, talking about those drivers on the hard tires, and to a lesser extent the medium runners, although we didn't really see them struggle with it at the start of this race. Nobody on mediums out there on the racetrack currently, but for these drivers on hards, on a cool racetrack, I feel like it's not a worry of the tires overheating. It's a matter of keeping the tires in that operating window, because there's a little margin, there's a small little envelope where the tires are just right, so the mechanical grip is good. You're able to run it through on these turns just fine, maybe lean a bit more on the wheel spin, heading out of it through some of the heavy acceleration zones. Those hard tires, not that grippy, not a lot of force getting put through them compared to the soft, so it's harder to keep the tire temperatures up. I remember back in my karting days, I used to have to run on the hardest tire compounds that the company that we ran the tires on made. It's the hardest tires by far, and you'd get to the point where on a cool enough day, you would get back from a run and the tires would still be clammy at best. Right now, I got to wonder whether these hard tire runners are just struggling to keep those tires up to temperature, let alone having to worry about them overheating.
Well, what would you rather have, underheated tires or overheated tires? Because neither one of them is a good option to have.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like, I don't know, saying, hey, you just woke up. What would you rather do, run a half marathon or try and swim about 1,000 meters? That's it. Which one's worse? They're both kind of bad. Would you rather clean cat poo or dog poo from your freshly installed carpets?
The battle's still on for 11th here. Willie Atkinson had to go evasive to avoid Samuel Justin Ray a few laps to go, but he has since run the gap back down to Keaton Jensen. That's not the only fight we got going on as well. You also have Eugenio Bayer-Virel and Marcus Keller that are getting close. In fact, they're going side by side in that turn number 1 here. Keller around the outside, and I posed the question earlier, does Keller have it in him to go for a top 5? Well, he's just made his way up to 5th.
Yeah, we knew that he was going to be on the hard charge, getting some moves done and setting consistent laps there as well. Now in this final push towards the end of the race, certainly proving that he could have been a very strong contender had things gone just a little bit better in his favor earlier on. Last time by, Keller set a 1 minute 26.250, which is very, very consistent. Was able to set his fastest lap of the race at a 125.6. Just a few laps prior to that. So peaking at the right time, running good. However, Jeffrey Lawler is currently in his own zip code there when it comes to pace, when it comes to out there on the racetrack running right now. His best lap is a 124.5, which is a full nearly second quicker than Kyle Blevins' fast lap of the race.
Well, now Keaton Jensen started to pull the gap a little bit more. Let's jump back up to keep tabs on Marcus Keller because he still has Eugenio Bayer-Virel trying to run that gap down. Closing in, by the way, on just 6 laps to go. This race has absolutely flown by us here this afternoon. It like nothing in no time flat. DRS still active for Virel, but at this point, you got to imagine that is the one thing that is keeping Virel still in this fight.
So still keeping it very tense, trying to lay on that pressure and hope that a mistake comes out for the German. However, he has hit his marks very well in this race. The only sort of incidents that he's had weren't really ones that he caused. So Keller trying to gamble on him having some sort of mistake it's understandable. You do want to try and stay with it, keep that driver within an arm's reach, but I think that may be slightly futile as we get towards the end. Still good performance for that driver in that number 67 machine. Has fought back from a couple of setbacks here in this race, but just looking to try and bring this one home. Gotta say, here throughout this race, not only do we see many drivers find the hard limits of this racetrack, we haven't seen somebody really clobber the barrier. I think the closest we had was the incident with Krantz that ended his race. I think he may have lightly tapped it after just letting off of the brake pedal.
Still have Jensen and Atkinson ready to do battle here. These are two drivers that are, of course, 1 lap down as well, so no need to necessarily worry about a fuel delta for the two of them as DRS active for Willie Atkinson. Here he goes. He's going to have to do this the long way into the NGK chicane. Keaton Jensen trying to hold firm. Oh, hold on too much of the curb. And Jensen did a fantastic job to save that. What a pass for Willie Atkinson. But, Ron, take a look at Keaton Jensen as he got up on 2 wheels in NGK.
And trying to get the move done, goes for it around the outside, nearly ends in tears through the braking zone, and there you can see it. Oh, baby.
Boy.
Yeah, that's the problem. Look at the rotation there. He nearly fully spun that car around, up on 2 wheels, flying it like a kite. Yeah, open wheel cars and curbs, I said a bit earlier on, they go together like peanut butter and cyanide. Not only is it not very tasty, it's not very healthy either. My back hurt just looking at that. That was a shot right through the car. Very lucky that he was able to keep that car going in a relative straight line.
Ironically enough, that actually probably helped him rotate through the corner a bit more effectively than had he not hit the curb at all. I mean, you saw how quick that car rotated, which is exactly what he needed when you're side by side with another car like that. That's the one instance where it actually helps.
Yeah, it did help him out a little bit, but it's still, what would you rather take, a little bit of extra rotation through the turn with the cost of having to change your underwear once you're done with this race? May find himself in a case of deja vu, as you can see right behind, trying to get a move done, and this time not going to attempt fake with side-by-side racing through the chicane.
That, of course, is a lead lap car. That is, in fact, Mario Diavallo from the number 9 spot. 3 cars with black flags for incident limits, by the way. Connor Jensen among them, Philip Allen and Samuel Justin Ray all have to come down to pit road before the end of this race. Jeffrey Lawler taking 4 to go with now a 45-second advantage, and nothing is going to be able to stop him from taking the win in this race.
Yeah, I said a bit earlier on, he needs a bodily temperature roughly in the 90s. I think he could run around that final lap on the pit limiter, and I think he would still potentially be able to hold on to the race win. It would certainly be a little bit tense. I'm not sure if he's planning on doing that, but he has been a machine throughout the season. He's been a machine throughout this race. However, I do not want the dominant performance of Jeffrey Lawler to, outweigh the fantastic drives for the rest of the drivers inside of the top 5 and certainly our podium. Kyle Blevins has had to fight back, was the quickest driver in practice, was able to qualify for this race in 5th. Even with a little bit of side pod damage in that opening stint, was able to make things work out very, very well. So too for Leon Flukinger, who's been very strong throughout this race meeting, was 6th quickest in the practice session, 10th in qualifying, currently running in P3. Some very strong performances have gone on under our nose as Lawler has just pulled away.
Three laps the distance in this 45-lap race. Next week will be the season finale of season number 3 of the W12 Formula One Series. That will be at the Red Bull Ring for a 53-lap affair. Slightly more on the lap counter, but that said, you and I are both familiar with the Red Bull Ring and just how rapid the lap count is there, Ron. That race is going to be fantastic. Red Bull Ring has often been regarded as one of those racetracks that you'd have to try to get a dull race there. And so far on Green Flag TV, that has certainly been true.
Yeah, I once commentated all 6 hours of a 6-hour-long GT3 race there, and the fog and the mist was a constant throughout that. It felt like I was commentating a race on, like, Silent Hill or something like that. Or it was just so eerie and creepy for that event. But outside of that, always love the Red Bull Ring. Great track to drive. However, these drivers will be in for a bit of a spook with the 3D curbs that have been not very well received, shall we say. Got the opportunity to cover the old Dallara F3 car running there a couple of weeks ago, and it was not a very good combination for those drivers. They did not enjoy the new curbs, and that has been the case for some of the drivers in the Radical SR10 ranks as well. We'll have to see how these F1 cars cope with it, but it may be a bit of deja vu to the festivities for the Austrian Grand Prix back in 2016.
Well, it'll be a fun trip regardless, as we have less than 2 laps to go. Lawler, as anticipated, has been on absolute fire so far today, but cannot discount the performance as well by Leon Flukiger. Started at 10th, the hard charger, all the way up to 7th. Up 7 spots into 3rd after starting just at the edge of the top 10.
And so good fight back through the field, getting the moves done in a race that did see a little bit of attrition to start, but has since settled down into a very smooth heading. Got to say here, Nolan, how many drivers in this 18 car pack? We can really say just 17, because I don't believe Solomon Christensen made it into turn number 1. How many of these drivers have had some sort of incident point violations? It hasn't really been too many, which, considering the dramatic nature of this race, especially from the green, it's a little bit surprising to me that these drivers were able to avoid the incident points in the way they did and have done.
There's been a handful, but it's mostly fallen into kind of the same few suspects that have been struggling all night long that have been having those mistakes, which it makes sense, right? I mean, the guys, the big hitters up at the front, like Lawler, like Keller, they're not going to be having too much of an issue here. And I think it's going to be a similar situation when we go out to the Red Bull Ring, because the Red Bull Ring is also pretty nasty when it comes to incident points.
Yeah, no, the track limits around there are painful, I think, is really the only word that you can sum it up. I think it was either 2023 or 2024 when there was about 80 seconds worth of time penalties that were applied hours after the checkered flag. That's going to be a real interesting race to round off this season, but I think we're going to see the same cast of characters up at the front of the field, especially at the very north end. Jeffrey Lawler about a sector away from completing what has been a dominating race win.
Lawler making his way to the final few corners now, hits the final DRS zone, and he has led every single lap today. No contest from behind. He will take the race. He'll take this race home and get the walk-off here at the Nurburgring Grand Prix. Strecke takes yet another win on the series. What a drive for Lawler, leading every lap.
Yeah, dominant with a capital D. It was mightily impressive for him as we're waiting to see Kyle Blevins. He's heading his way through turn number 8 right now. He still has half a lap left to go. Race winner came across the stripe and is probably already doing donuts. Second place is still trying to head his way into the final sector right about now. That really underscores how large of a gap that was at the very end.
It will end up being 6 cars on the lead lap by the end. You see a lot of gravel being kicked up all of a sudden by Kyle Blevins. Evidently somebody's had a spin there on the final lap. Kyle Blevins will come through and he'll take a well-earned second place. What a drive.
Yeah, there it is, P2 for him at the very end. It's going to be P3 when it's all said and done for a driver who was looking to finish in second. Leon Flukinger ends up in P3. So a good drive at the end of that race for them, as just waiting for a few more cars to come across the stripe to round off this second to last race of the season. These drivers still trying to get a grips to this combination. There's, yeah, I mentioned it right at the start how in the past 16 years in Formula One, the Nurburgring has only been part of the Grand Prix schedule 3 times, those being in 2011, 2013, and 2020. It's not really a track that people remember, you know, being a part of recent F1 calendars. It's an odd one. It feels like this car is almost a little bit too large for this track in a way.
It's one of those weird enigmas, right? It's often been known for the Nordschleife layout back to the 60s and the 70s, but as we come home by almost a minute in just 45 laps, Jeffrey Lawler takes home the race win this afternoon. Kyle Evans, number 2 on the grid. Leon Flukiger will finish this race off in third. Pablo Valenzuela Uri will be in fourth. Marcus Keller finishes things off in fifth, with Eugenio Bayer Virel down in sixth. 1 lap down will be Frankie Franchica, as well as Mark Samad, Mario Diavolo, and Alec Hinchcliffe.
And looking through the back half of the pack, Willie Atkinson ends up 2 laps down in 11th. Keaton Jensen will be in P12, finishing this race in 13th when all said and done. The number 43 car, that being Philip Allen, with Samuel Justin Ray coming across the stripe directly behind him there in P14. Willis Gomez, who was put through the test throughout the night, he ends up in 15th. Connor Jensen will be in 16th after dropping out and running into some difficulties throughout. Harry Kronz did not see the checkered flag. He ends up in 17th. Solomon Christensen had some drama right at the start. And Edgar Acevedo did not even take to the grid to get this race up and rolling. Rounds out the 19 cars that are classified here at the end of tonight's race.
What a wild afternoon that we had. A stellar race that had battles almost all the way throughout. Let's get a rundown and give a chit-chat in here with the drivers to finish this race, numbers 1, 2, and 3. And we'll start things off first and foremost with Jeffrey Lawler, the Nexus Esports driver, coming home, crushing the performance once again for the defending champion. Jeffrey, what a drive this afternoon. Talk us through the 45 laps of the Nurburgring, because you looked like you were just on a time attack session out there.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it just comes down to me trying to see how fast I can go before I crash. But yeah, the rears are definitely the biggest issue here. It seemed like with all the low-speed traction zones. So there's a few moments there of trying to keep it straight. I actually tried to use my battery on the last lap to like go for the fastest lap again, and I almost crashed. So I tried to keep it interesting as much as I could, but you know, maybe next time I do a 2-stop or something. But it was nice to drive though.
It certainly looked like you were having a real fun time out there. Obviously, with you having the championship locked up as of 1 week ago, it makes it relatively easy coming into these last couple races. Does you having the championship in hand change your mindset in these last couple weeks, or is it just go out and see what you can do as always?
For me, I just always try to go as fast as I can. So as far as mindset, I'd say no. But maybe the mindset would be different if it was a bit closer with somebody with the champ. Maybe not trying to ride the limit every time. But that's pretty much the same mindset I'm going to keep for next week as well. Just try and go fast every lap.
Looking forward, the Red Bull Ring, one final race to go. What's your game plan as we swing out to Austria?
Well, last time I did the Red Bull Ring in a Formula car, I was taken out turn 1. So I think the biggest goal of Red Bull Ring is not getting anybody in your DRS. So trying your hardest to get away in the first 3 laps, I think, is the plan.
Well, we'll wish you the best of luck when we go racing next time out for one final trip. Congratulations on taking yet another win this season, and we'll hopefully see you again 1 week from now at the Red Bull Ring.
Thank you.
Jeffrey Lawler coming home number 1. And Ron, you have managed to catch up with our second place finisher here this afternoon, Kyle Blevins.
Yeah, that I have. Kyle Blevins now joining us here in the broadcast booth. Kyle, welcome in. Congratulations on that second place finish. That looked like a slightly sweaty evening here at the Nurburgring. How was it trying to cope with this very challenging racetrack?
It was pretty fun. I had damage in the first stint from the turn 1 shenanigans, so I had to drive that whole first stint with left-sided damage. So it was really just management. The tires were wearing down pretty fast, so just trying not to spin out. Was a lot of it.
I do want to ask you about that damage during the first stint because we locked eyes on it on the side pod of the car. How is that affecting everything to do with that stint of the race? Because we did see the pace start to drop down a little bit. What was it? Was it a matter of a little bit of oversteer, a little bit of understeer? How exactly was it affecting you in that portion?
It feels like it mostly affects your straight line speed, and then maybe like your high speed corners. But definitely more straight line speed than cornering.
Yeah, sort of like dragging a parachute right behind you, and then through the turns, it just throws the balance completely off. But hey, it's still P2 for you at the end of this race. Do want to ask you about the next round of the championship. We're going to be heading to the Red Bull Ring in 1 week's time. What are your thoughts heading there?
That'll be a DRS train, but it'll be a lot of fun. I think the times will be a lot closer just because the track's shorter, and DRS has a bigger impact.
Yes, it certainly is going to be a DRS race. I'm not sure if we could say the term DRS train before those ground effect regulations came in the year after. But either way, Kyle, thank you for joining us here in the broadcast booth. And before we let you go and celebrate this second place run, we'll let you give any thank yous or shout outs.
Thanks to Green Flag TV. I appreciate you guys coming over here. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to see you running in this event as well. Kyle, we will see you in 1 week's time here in this series when the championship rocks up to the Red Bull Ring. But I guess we'll probably see you off in the beer league in some slightly slower Formula cars before then.
And a little bit more inebriated.
Hey, you know, it's that knock hill track can be a little bit divided.